All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and Shalom to the nation of Israel. And this is going to be a lesson on how the world is going to realize that the Hebrew Israelites are the only people that are even trying to be good people on this earth, man. And that they was telling the truth the whole time. And that although the world tries to make out like the Negro, Latino, Native American are the biggest problem on the earth, they're actually at the root of the earth's salvation, man. What does 2 Ezra 6 and 9 say? For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Once we get in power, that's when the earth's going to begin, man. People think that they're living on this earth now because they can go on a 1 or 2 holiday, they can do this, they can do that. But the moment something bad happens, there ain't no justice to be found, because the people at the root of, at the highest positions in this society are corrupt themselves. So everything else is corrupt. The root of this society is corrupt. So therefore, everything that stems from the root is also corrupt, right? This is additions of Esther. Additions to Esther chapter 16 and verse 15, going into the time where Haman had tried to smear the name, put a stigma on the name of the Israelites, making out like we're evil, right? And had actually tricked Xerxes, had tricked Xerxes into making it legal for Israelites to be unalived on a particular day, right? But then later on, they ended up finding out that everyone was coming at the Israelites, trying to harm us. But we actually wasn't doing nothing to nobody. We're actually righteous, right? And the laws and the ways that we live are righteous. Whereas Haman's job was at the time, and what he was doing was trying to make out that the laws and the rules that we follow are wicked. But in fact, the way we decide to live our life is actually righteous, man. And as much as people can say about 2/3, they can't say anything about the people that are of the hopeful elect, though, unless they're gonna lie, right? These people can't really say that we have did anything to them in this world. For the most part, in this world, we mind our business. These people might find it weird. They might find it strange that we don't care to talk with them and care to get in a mix of things that how they do, but they can't really say that we've did anything to them. They can only really say, oh, they don't want to talk to us that much. They don't want to get into the mix of things. They're not polite to me. They don't want to be my friend. They don't want to this. They don't want to that. They don't join in with everything else like everybody else. But they can't really say that we've did anything to them, though. They can't really say that we've harmed their life in any way. They can't really say that unless they're going to lie, right? Additions to Esther 16, chapter 16 and verse 15, but we find that the Jews whom this wicked wretch have delivered to utter destruction are no evildoers, but live by most just laws, and that they be the children of the Most High and Most Mighty living God, who have who have ordered the kingdom both unto us and to our progenitors in this most excellent manner. So it was revealed that they actually understood at that time that the only reason why we're in power of the world right now is because these Israelites, God has gave us that position. They actually realized, man, even though these Israelites have got the most powerful God, and he hasn't put them, the actual Israelites, in the top position of the world right now for this time, he put us in the top position. Verse 17, wherefore ye shall do well not to put in execution the letters sent unto you by Haman, the son of Amadatha, for he was the worker of these things. For he that was the work of these things is hanged at the gates of Susa with all his family. God, who ruleth all things, speedily rendering vengeance to him according to his deserts. Therefore ye shall publish this copy of this letter in all places, that the Jews may freely live after their own laws. And that's what Yahweh's getting ready to do for us for real. This time wasn't even it. We weren't under the new covenant at this time. And for heathens to give us permission to keep the laws is a stumble, is like a snare in itself. That's not the way we want to be able to keep our laws. We don't need we want to be able to keep our laws when whether a heathen wants to keep the laws or not, we're keeping them. They don't have the right to tell us to keep the laws or not. That's not their decision to make. Yahweh's going to make us keep the laws, all of them, for real, man. And then what are any of you people going to be able to do against us? Nothing. Whereas right now, people are running their mouth, talking about some black fatigue, talking about some 13%, talking about the usual suspects, talking about ashamed of nothing, scared of everything, all this bullshit that they want to try and come with. But then when you look at who's actually setting up World War III right now, right, who's going around the world harming everyone, it's the self-proclaimed high IQ people, and no one wants to attribute that to their color. As much as any of you people can complain about anything that a so-called black persons did, it is not the reason why when you go to your bank account, the money ain't looking like you want it to look. It's not nothing to do with us that the reason why when you go to your bank account, you don't like what you see in there. It's got nothing to do with us, right? It's not this not the reason why when you go to the grocery store and you look at the price of eggs, milk, this and that, it's like 2 times more expensive, 2.5 times more expensive than it was 6 years ago. That's got nothing to do with us, right? That's not our fault because we're catching hell too in this same world. And then you've got these files, all this Epstein file stuff, mate. You people, as much as you people want to try and run your mouth about us, where's that on us? Where's our redacted 3 million pages? And that's just one island. I'm gonna end the video there, man. Like, I just wanted to do this quick video. All you people are trying to run your mouth about the Israelites and about the so-called black man, Latino, Native American, but the world's gonna realize that we're actually the world's salvation through Yahweh Bar Shem Yahweh Shai. Shalom to the elect.